everyone, it's your girl Deborah Laguerre, and I'm back with another video. I'm so happy to be back. I am extending a been approved welcome to everyone who is new to this YouTube channel. We talk about carving the best version of yourselves, finding your purpose, fighting insecurities, going through the walks of a life. And if these are things that you are interested in, go ahead and click subscribe. What are you waiting for? Right now. So today we are going to talk about what it's like being married young and how to remain productive when you are young, when you're a young couple, and all those beautiful things. So let's get right into this video. For starters, the first truth that I realized about being married young is that you think you know everything. So I got married when I was 20 years old, and my husband and I, Pedro, we thought we knew everything. We thought we had everything figured out, y'all. Like, we were ready to get out of our parents' house before our time. We thought we were going to get married and then grind and have a child years later. We thought we were going to have a big home with unicorns and flowers and a picket fence. We were gonna make $500,000 in a year at age 21. Listen, boy, were we wrong. It's not even that I'm saying don't dream big, because I am a firm believer in dreaming big, shooting for the stars. There are no limits. But I do think that setting realistic goals is way healthier. And boy, we were just flying off the coop. We were setting goals that weren't realistic, and we really thought we had it all figured out when we really didn't. Through time, wisdom, experiences, we kind of were like, oh, it's not gonna happen, is it? And we're like, nah, it's not gonna happen. Not now, at least. So another truth that I realized about being married young is that you don't really know someone until you live with them. Now, when I first met my husband, Pedro, aren't we cute, y'all? Aren't we just so cute? This is when, yeah, no. So what I realized is that you really don't know anyone until you live with them. Like, when I first met my husband, Pedro, he had this cute little handsome serial killer type of vibes. Like, my husband and I have dealt with a great deal of things, like learning to, live with each other early on was one of the biggest things, and learning each other's love languages, learning his strengths and my weaknesses, and his weaknesses and my strengths. And the funny thing is, I'm like the biggest open book in the world, and my husband is like the opposite of me. So I was just like, why aren't you like me? And he's just like, why don't you just put things under the rug? So we were just like going at it often, and we learned to live with each other, and in the end it was always love that conquered everything. And now we're about to be 4 years, so it's like huge progress. Okay, that's my baby, that's my boo. Yeah, don't ever assume that what you see is that. You don't know anyone. You don't know. The person could be crazy. They could have crazy flaws. My husband, anyone that you're dealing with could have all the flaws in the world, and you just don't know, because you only see what they allow you to see. Have you guys not watched the show You? I'm just telling you, some crazy people out there. Another truth that I realized, and how to be productive as a young couple, is you and your spouse have to plan together. And I mean plan everything together. I mean staying in prayer together, reading together, doing activities together, knowing when you guys would like to accomplish your goals. Pedro and I already know what age we would like to retire. We already know what we need to do to get there, and we know our flaws. We know what's stopping us. So we have to work on that together, and we plan it out. I mean, we don't lie to each other and be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna be millionaires by next year. No, we have to be real and plan together. So we make sure that we are on the same page. Now, it wasn't always like this. There were some real tough times, but those times when we pushed through, we learned our strengths and we learned what we needed to work on as a couple and how to be productive. If you are planning with your spouse, then you can hold your spouse accountable and they can hold you accountable. So that's a way to be productive. You rub off of each other and you know, make sure that the other one isn't slipping or isn't like just going into a comfort zone or being mediocre, things like that. So planning together is a must. It's essential. The last truth that I have for you all is so important, and I learned it while being married young, is you have to work on yourself as an individual. Now, on a real note, if you are with someone and you have ample insecurities and you don't even believe in yourself, it is going to be hard for you to be secure in that relationship. If you don't love yourself, if you don't feel like you don't have anything going on, it's gonna be hard for you to love your spouse. I'm talking through experience. Okay, there were times when Pedro and I felt like we weren't going anywhere, we weren't making any progress, and it caused him to go off course. It caused him to do things. It caused me to do things. It caused us to act certain ways that we shouldn't have acted because we weren't secured in each other. We weren't secured in ourselves. You know, there are a lot of things that people go through at young ages, older ages, and they just grow up as insecure beings. They just don't feel good about themselves. And sometimes things happen and life doesn't go your way. I mean, there are so many things that happened to Pedro and I had to stay back an extra year for school, which I really didn't plan on. And everyone who knows me know that it killed me not graduating on time. And Pedro, he went through a great deal of trouble to get into medical programs, and the programs ended up shutting down on him. And it was kind of God's way of telling him that it wasn't for him, but at the time he just hated life, and it was a tough time for us. So it's like we weren't working on each other. We were just like, okay, we're married, let's just be married. But you also have to work on yourself. You have to be the best version of you so that you can be awesome for your spouse and with your spouse as an item together. So you do really need to work on yourself as an individual. Please don't think that you could go around getting married and be married and you have an attitude problem and you like to snap, or you just feel like you're, you know, the most important person in the room. You can't go through life acting that way and then expect to have an amazing marriage. And you can't go through life acting like you're the worst person in the room either and expect to have an amazing marriage. It won't work. So work on you. Thank you to everyone who watched this video. Definitely like, share, subscribe, and also comment. Let me know if you guys want Pedro to come back on as a guest so that you can hear his side and we can have a part 2 of this video. If you are not following the Bin Approved Instagram, go ahead and follow at bin_approved and subscribe to this channel. All right, you've been approved.